Hello, you guys. Welcome to Clarity Couture. No, we're not on Clarity Couture. My bad. We're on my other channel. GypsyStarSeed. There's literally a name right in the front, too. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've done any readings. I have been transmuting a lot of trauma that has been in my body since childhood that I, for years and years, like 20 of my adult years, 20 of my 33 adult years, have been avoiding. And so I've been going through that, and it's been fun in that I couldn't really help others. I'm not gonna ever get on here and do a reading if I'm not spiritually at my best. And I'm just gonna let you guys know that we are fostering a dog. Well, I think that my roommate adopted her, but she's just learned to bark, and now she's learned also that she can open the door. So if you hear her barking, she wants to come in. The reason they're outside is because they like to play. They like to roughhouse, like a lot. They knock things over, and it's very hard to do a reading. It's distracting. So if you hear her, she's fine. She just wants to come in and roughhouse inside, and the children need to stay outside and roughhouse. So I'm going to do the readings a little bit different. Instead of doing each sign, I'm going to do cardinal signs, fixed signs, mutable signs. Now, I had to write it down here. The cardinal signs are the initiators of the zodiacs. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So you probably know Libra and Aries, a Cancer or a Capricorn, who just kind of gets their shit done. They are the initiators. They're the fire starters. They're like, oh, we need to start the fire. Hold on, I got you. They are the ones that get things going. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And the fixed signs are the most, they're the stabilizing signs of the zodiac. So they're the most stable and the most rooted of all the signs. Not saying that, an Aquarius and they're super not rooted. They take the time to make fake TikToks to follow you, even though you've blocked every TikTok you can. Just a perfect example of a Aquarius who is not rooted, who is not grounded, and who is focused on everyone but themselves. That would be a fixed sign that is not taking advantage of the fact that they have an ability to be rooted a little bit more than other signs. I digress. Mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. They facilitate change. Also, you might notice, Geminis have this, but I feel like Sagittariuses are worse than Geminis. I love you guys, but Geminis are known for switching a mood like that. Actually Libras are too, but it's very known between these signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, to change a sign or change, an idea very quickly. I'm going to pause this and put the dog somewhere else because this is driving me insane. We will get into the signs right after this. Hello, fixed signs. First message. I have restarted this reading, started it and restarted it, 7 times now. I will do the reading. I will get there, I swear. But there are a few messages that are coming through. First off, a fixed sign. Let's get into that. That's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. I'm not really quite sure. Me personally, the only signs that I seem to be having any issues with are fixed signs. The fixed signs that have an ability to focus more on other people than themselves are not rooted. They're not grounded. And as a fixed sign, you are supposed to be the most stabilizing of all of the signs in the zodiac. So I'm gonna throw out a message for a couple of my fixed signs who personally I've had to deal with. There have been a few Aquariuses. There has been a Taurus that will not let me go, and there is a Scorpio who seems to want to live in the past. I am calling you all out. Hi, what's up? Your inability to forgive another for something that you see as being slighted or for not doing what you deem to be right in your eyes is literally like drinking poison. You, not me, not anyone that you may directing that to. You. It is literally like you drinking poison and then being upset when I wake up, or anyone else that you're directing this energy at, and they're happy and they're healthy and they're whole, yet you feel terrible inside. Energy is real. The intent of energy is real. You cannot watch a person send negativity non-stop to them and then think that it's not going to come to you, because a lot of us, especially those of us who have the ability to channel, who have the ability to pass on messages that maybe you are not paying attention to, so you go to another to get it. We are very protected. Very protected. So for those of you who are maybe physically getting sick, unable to get out of bed, very, very tired, you are just, everything seems to be going wrong. I really need to suggest that you look at where your mind is and the thoughts that you think and the intent that you send out to others, while like trying to like manifest and like be a good person. So, I'm happy all the time. Look at me. That shit's fake. And those who don't read energy might buy it. But there are so many more of us who read energy than those who don't. Fix yourself. Okay? Stop coming for those who don't even look for you. My guides always kind of put me on shit. Like, I don't really need to do much. Like, I could just pick up a social media platform and something will be on my screen that I didn't have to search for. It just showed up because I'm being told something. I'm being given a message. I personally can feel the energy of quite a few of you. I would apologize for the energy that you're going to begin to feel, but at some point you have to learn, kind of like, you know, in high school or in middle school or grade school, when you would like push over the bully and then a bigger bully would come over and push you over. Don't be surprised if the energy pushes you over after you've done nothing but spread like hatred and Hugh. I'm not sure who Hugh is. Hatred and animosity to somebody who genuinely is just trying to get their own lives together. There is a special place for you in energetic uncomfort, okay? And I'm not going to say hell or heaven, but like energetic uncomfort, you're feeling that. It's because of what you're sending out. So check yourself, and what will happen is all of that energetic uncomfort that you feel, once your karma has played out, because you've probably got quite a bit of it, it's probably going to be a little bit of time before it plays out. And while I say this, it's 1:11. Focus on how you can balance out your energy. Get rid of that trauma that you're holding into your body, because a lot of these Aquariuses that I'm dealing with are women. There are two in particular. You're women. Women have a harder time releasing the trauma in their pain bodies because they identify with it, all right? Read The Power of Now if you would like to know what I'm talking about. It's by Eckhart Tolle. You have to release that pain out of your pain bodies. You have to release that trauma. If you don't, what happens is you become a really terrible person and you start projecting that and spewing that onto everyone around you. And while they may feel a little bit of the energy, all of that energy always goes back to sender. Always, always, always. So, with that being said, please check yourself before you wreck yourself. And now, for those of you who are like, this doesn't apply to me at all, it doesn't apply to you. It doesn't apply to you. Alright? I asked my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, my ascended masters, and my ancestors, please help me to set my ego aside so that I can give the fixed messages, fixed signs, the messages that are in their highest good today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so yeah, like I said, I tried to start your reading many times, and it wasn't until I was able to get that message out that I'm able to start the reading now. So, I mean, you started the reading probably not liking me for the ones that I'm actually talking to. This is obviously not for everybody. So I don't really care, but it needs to stop, okay? It needs to stop. You're better than that. You're bigger than that. And the longer you keep yourself in a lower version of self, the longer you're going to continue to deal with energy from a lower version of self. All right. What is the soul's true calling right now? Hello from the other side is what it says. Prepare for a storm. Fixed signs. you're already feeling the shift. You've already started to feel that there's like an unseen change that's begun. And you are probably at that point having an awareness that what you've set into motion is not set in stone. It was not built on a foundation that was stable. All right. So what your soul's true calling is it needs, I'm hearing like a tower moment, and I'm not laughing at you. I'm really not. I just remember being there, like when I was just being an asshole of a person to people. Like I'm hurt. So I'm going to go hurt people because hurt people, right? It's actually what this week's podcast is about. It'll be out probably later today. And it's available on every major streaming platform. Anyway, this inability to be authentic, like this is what I'm getting is look at inability to be authentic. You're putting up a front, like you're acting like some type of way, but that is not who you are, and it's literally catching up with you, and it's draining you, and you need to prepare for a tower moment. And I don't say this to scare you, I'm just telling you what I see, and that is a tower moment is coming because you haven't been making choices that align with your soul mission. So what is the soul's true calling right now? To tear away everything that you've built up as like a facade. It wants the facade to fall away. I'm sorry about that. I'm literally seeing a sandcastle come up and get just gripped by the ocean, and the whole big castle be pulled away, and all that's left is just it's been grounded. It's just the sand. You have nothing. You have nothing but the foundation to start from again. That's what your soul is calling for. And if that's what your soul is calling for, it's only a matter of time before it happens. So the quicker that you can be honest with yourself and shift the way that you're not just thinking and sending energy out towards people, but also how your every day begins. Like, what's your night routine? What's your morning routine? What's the first thing you do? Do you pick up your phone and fucking look at somebody on Instagram, or do you fucking do your meditation? What are you doing in the morning to make yourself better so that you're stable, and that when you build out, everything around you is stable? How are you responding to your... we're not going to take that because I was doing it upside down. How are you responding to your soul's calling right now? Dude, it's okay. It's okay, fixed signs. Whoa. This is probably a really fucked up reading for fixed signs. Like, if I was a fixed sign, I would listen. Can't tell y'all nothing. You guys are... Listen. How are you responding to your soul's calling right now? There's a fork in the road. It's time for you to make a decision. All right? You're considering consequences as you prepare to act. Like you're literally like, all right, I'm seeing somebody that's like playing chess. If I make this move, that move, and that move, my rook will get taken out. I don't know. I don't play chess, and I think a rook is in chess. I don't know. I don't play chess. But anyways, it's like you're maybe from this reading, you're coming to the conclusion that you have to own up to an obligation so that you can make a choice. Which is good, which is really good. What is stopping the fixed signs from making this call? What is stopping the fixed signs from answering this call? What is stopping the fixed signs from answering this call? Sorry guys, we're only doing one card per pull, that's why I put this way. Oh, what? Wait, fixed signs. So what I'm seeing is the reason that you're not focusing and you're not really answering this call is because of your fucking devotion and like your fidelity to your beliefs. Wow. So your loyalty and your devotion and fidelity to your beliefs is why you're about to have this big tower moment. That's huge. That's really huge. I'm not seeing this as a love card. I'm seeing this as you are so devoted to the beliefs that have gotten you where you are that you won't give them up. But here's the problem, fixed signs. When you don't give up beliefs that aren't good for you, your soul has no choice but to come in and bring a tower moment. That's why you have this change in a wind, because you're not making the choices that you're supposed to be making. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You keep building up this facade of, oh, well, I'm this person and I'm that person and this is how the world sees me. But the problem with that is the only way the soul can help that is they have to come again. I'm seeing the sandcastle be ripped away by the ocean. Your soul is about to do that. So if you come into anything where it's like friction, it's hard, it's like everything seems to be struggle for you, it's because your soul is trying to get your fucking attention and you're not listening. That's really big, fixed signs. How can the fixed signs overcome this block? I'm hearing meditation, but that's a given, right? Obviously. How can you overcome this block? You need to start counting your blessings where you are right now. Not like, oh, I'm grateful that I am going to have a new car. Like, that's some dumb shit that doesn't fucking work. I'm really sick of people teaching manifestation like that. If your beliefs don't align with what your I am affirmations are, like say you're saying, I am rich, I am $1 million, I own everything I want, but your beliefs tell you that money is hard to come by and that you're not going to make rent if you don't do the same bullshit you did the last 6 months, your beliefs don't match up for you to align, and no matter how much you're spending, it's not going to do any good. No matter how much time you're spending on manifesting all this stuff, it's not going to manifest, because your beliefs, what your thoughts are, what your mental talk is everything that's breaking you. So no one in your world is doing this to you. It's you and your mind doing it to you. And that is the worst thing, because how do you get out of that when you're telling yourself everything you're doing is right? Okay, well, are you happy every day? Here's the easy way. Are you waking up feeling rejuvenated? Like just grateful for the day? Or do you wake up stressed, scared, angry about something, or immediately jump into something that you need to do in the fucking future? That is a perfect sign that you're not happy and that what you're doing is not aligning to what you're meant to be doing. All right, so how can they answer the soul's calling right now? How can they answer their soul's calling? How can they answer their soul's calling, please? Woo! Flew right out. All right. The power of aligning imagery and feelings. Wow, what did I just tell you? What did I just say about manifesting? It isn't just like, I have $1 million, and like I could totally like, I'm laying in $1 million, but it's so great. If you don't feel like your ass is laying in $1 million, you're not laying in $1 million. You're still in debt. You're still overdrawn, whatever it is. They need you to turn imagination to manifestation using visualization. Let me say that again. Turn manifestation into the truth of what you want using visualization. And you have to truly visualize, which means don't watch TV that's going to put you in a spot. So for me, I was watching Teen Wolf. They have so many hot guys on that show. It's hard not to. But like, I realized like a season in, like my mind was really negative, and like there was so much blood. Like, yeah, the men were like half naked the whole time, but like the amount of gore and like abuse and just things that were going into my mind, like I couldn't watch it anymore. I don't know what happened. I had to turn it off. I had to go back to Star Trek. See, even I hide from reality, but my idea of hiding from reality is like, I'm gonna go watch Star Trek. Wait, what is it? How does he do it? Like this? Live long and prosper. Anyway, yeah, you gotta take everything away from you that's playing into your constant negativity, your constant. Like for me, I've noticed, because I fell back into a lot of dark habits from the trauma that I have dealt with this last 6 months. And I've noticed that for every good thing that happened, I had a negative thought to go with that. Like, oh my God, the sun's out. And then I'd be like, yeah, now it's going to be like a 95 degrees. Like what? Like it's raining in Oregon 10 months out of the year and now you're complaining. So I had to really like fight my own thoughts, because it was like, every time something good happened, I would find a reason for it to be bad, and then I was like, wow, I'm the one that's toxic. Like, for me to like really think about that, like, okay, this is good, this is great. but this is going to go wrong, this is going to go wrong, this is going to go wrong. That is how my mind is conditioned. And so, like, I stepped away from readings. Like, you guys haven't seen me because my mind was not where I needed to be able to read for another person because I wasn't good with myself. And that's, again, it's shadow work. It comes up. You either can deal with it and then you transmute it and you go to that next level, or you avoid it and you watch Teen Wolf and Star Trek, which I was doing. Not anymore, obviously, because I'm back. But it's a need for you to visualize what you want. And right now I feel like you may be filling your head with things that are not going to help you because you already have a negative mindset. You already started negativity. So if you started negativity, adding anything to that, like whether it's the news, whether it's whatever, you're not helping yourself. You're literally keeping yourself in a constant loop. All right, so what is the loving message from the spirit guides and the fixed signs oversoul, please? What is the message from their oversoul? All right, so they want you to connect with people who have this like mind, where there are people that are like, okay, I'm sober now because when I drink, I turn into an asshole, or, you know, I'm no longer eating meat because I can feel the fear from the meat. Like, they want you to connect with people who are just as weird and whatever way that you might be. And side note about the word weird, if you Google the word weird, it literally says divinely connected. So you want to be weird. You want to be a weird person. You want people to go, what the hell are they doing? Because that means their hive mind, if you have a group of people that are looking at you, judging you, they're in a hive mind. And I actually just did I have 2 podcasts that are coming out, but I did another podcast about how cancel culture requires someone to be in a hive mind, okay? Like, which means that you don't think for yourself, you have no critical thinking skills, you're literally just going with whoever's cool, like very high school, and you're unable to make the choices for yourself. There's a hive mind requirement. They want you to step out of the hive mind and get into the community, get into finding a tribe mind. Ooh, I like that. I've never heard that. I love that. The tribe mind, which is a little bit different. It's the collective of love, right? It's knowing that you're going through it for a bigger reason than just like being seen. And that, I think, is the problem with so many people right now, is they're so worried about being seen going through their awakening that they're not actually going through their awakening, and they're stifling their own growth and actually keeping themselves in a really uncomfortable place. And I think that may be for you fixed signs. So let's get into the Abraham Hicks Law of Attraction Oracle cards really quick. These are brand new. It's super hard for me to shuffle because they're so hard. There we go. Put a little shuffle there. All right, what do we have for the fixed signs, please? There is nothing I cannot be, do, or have. Welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. Go forth on this day of your life of your life experience, knowing that your real work is to decide what you want, and then focus upon that. Go forth giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want. And once you have decided, giving thought only to that. Okay, let's highlight this for a minute. Let's see. Go forth giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want. Now, when that says attracting life experiences, an experience is an experience. Whether you choose to perceive it as negative or positive is solely based on you, your past experiences, and where your mindset is. Because we always view the world from where we are within. So if we're unbalanced within, we're going to see unbalance in the world. If we're balanced within, we're going to see where the balance is in the world. It always shows from outward, coming out as a projection, usually onto others. So I'm getting that there are quite a few experiences that you're getting from life that you are not enjoying. Perfect. Write those down. That is a list of everything that you don't want. Everything that you've decided that you don't want. So once it goes on your list of I don't want that, don't fucking look at it again, okay? Don't tell me that you can't look at it. You can choose to look at something you don't like, or you can choose to look at something you do like. The choice lies within your ability to control your mind. If you don't have any control over your mind, you'll make up all the excuses as to why you can't stop thinking about things that stress you out. When in reality, you're just addicted to the chaos that it brings, and you're terrified about being calm. We'll go back to that manifestation thing I said. People who are easily able to manifest fear, chaos, confusion, frustration is because that's where they live, and it's easy for them to get that feeling. Manifestation isn't just thinking about something, because if we did that, we would manifest instantly, and I would have a giant ass and I wouldn't be able to fit into the middle seats in the airport, right? It wouldn't work. I love the middle seats. I always fit into them. Instant manifestation is not what we want, because if you got traumas and you're instantly manifesting, you're going to just instantly manifest all the things you don't want. So it's good that you've got that a bit of time between like the bumpers, right? If you think of like bowling and the bumpers, right? And if you've got the bumpers up, the ball can't go anywhere but hit the pins. So it's good that you have that buffer time, but you got to remember that at some point the ball is going to touch, and you want to make sure that the thoughts you're thinking are aligning with what you're complaining about not having. Let me say that again. You want to make sure your thoughts are aligning with what you keep complaining that you don't have. So if you're like, oh, well, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, stop saying that. It's law of attraction. Because you feel it. You feel it in your gut. You feel that you don't have it. So it's right. Anybody that tells you differently, they're just arguing with you. They're just arguing with you. Again, with seeing things negative or positive. Somebody's trying to catch your negative momentum, but you take it personally and think that they're attacking you, when in reality they're just trying to slow your negative momentum, because they know about manifestation, and they know that if you don't slow down, you'll manifest it. So you gotta be careful of that. And I'm also, these two cards in particular, I'm hearing your sacral, your solar plexus, and your heart chakra fixed signs, okay? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Gaining control of your emotions allows for deliberate creation. You need to recognize the power held within. You need to choose to call on that power every day until that power is your default mode. Right now, it's not your default mode. Negativity is your default mode, and you don't want to stay there, because it's just going to be the loop of the same things every day, right? I was watching this thing about reality shifting. Gen Z has created something, well, I don't know if they created it or what, but it's called reality shifting, and it was kind of throwing me off. Like, it was kind of a lot. I'll bring it up at some point when I understand it more. But in a way, we're always shifting realities. We're always timeline hopping based on the decisions we make. Now, if you are always making the same decisions every single day, you're always going to get the same thing every single day. It's not fair to complain or whine about it, you know? All right, change the beliefs that no longer serve your highest good by focusing on the beliefs that do serve you. And my computer is at 10%, so I gotta end this, you guys. I love you. You can do this. You just have to sit with yourself, and that's the non-fun part. So once you do that, things will align for you. I have faith in you. Namaslay.